Welcome to the Handmade Entrepreneur Life. I'm your host, Katherine Hampton. Together we are journeying through life as handmade entrepreneurs. I started my journey in 2013 and have successfully built a business that generates multiple six figures year after year. My goal is to share strategies and techniques that I have learned so that you can skip the stress and jump straight to success. Now let's get started. Welcome back. It's day 3 of the 30-day holiday prep challenge, and today your assignment is to set up an email list and post it in specific locations within your shop. We'll talk about those specific locations a little bit later on. First, we're going to talk about why we're doing this and what makes it so important. So you're doing this so that you can be sure to collect emails during the busiest time of the year. Now, if you already have an email list, please don't skip this lesson. I want to make sure that you have the sign up information in all of the important places so that you can acquire as many signups as possible. Now, I use MailChimp, so that's the program that I'm going to recommend, but you're welcome to use whichever app makes most sense for you. So I'm not saying that that's the one that you have to use. If there's one that you're more inclined to, then go for it. It's just most important for you to remember that the newsletters provide access to your customers without any interference of an algorithm. You are able to market directly to your customers who have told you that they're interested in your brand and they have asked you to send them information about your shop. Now, yes, there will be people that unsubscribe. That's just going to happen. You just have to take a deep breath and say, all right, don't take it personally. There will be people that just sign up for a discount and then unsubscribe later. That's fine. You still got to sell. It's just part of doing business. The overall benefit far outweighs those few bad apples along the way. So you are just trying to take advantage of making sure that it's set up before the fourth quarter, because this is a prime time to get as many emails as possible. Now, during the fourth quarter, I really up my newsletter game and make sure that I send out emails no less than once a week. And then from November 1st to mid-December, they usually go out twice a week. Now, why do I send them out so much this time of year? It's because there's so many ads around Christmas that I want to make sure that my shop is like right at the front of my customers' minds. I don't want my shop to get lost and forgotten in that just mess of ads that get sent out constantly around that time of year. So I'm just elbowing and fighting to get to the front of the line. And I want my customers to think, oh yeah, I was going to order, XYZ for my mom, and I better do that. So I'm trying to make sure that I stay at the forefront. And surprisingly, I really don't have a higher rate of unsubs when I'm sending that many out. I think people just kind of expect it, and there's not an increase. So as long as it stays that way and people don't seem to get mad that I go to twice a week for just those few weeks, that I'm going to leave it and not adjust anything. Because then right after Christmas, I go back to my weekly, sometimes every other week routine, and then they don't really hear from me as aggressively until Christmas comes back around. So how do we set up this newsletter link? Once you've set up an account with MailChimp, you're going to be given a link for subscribers to join your list. On MailChimp, this is an EEP URL. Now, if you're unsure of how to locate that EEP URL, that's hard to say, EEP URL, I've posted a video of where to find it in the Handmade Entrepreneur Life Facebook group. And the link to the Facebook group is going to be in the show notes. Now, if you want to get fancy, you can add logos and welcome series and all that other stuff. But really, the whole point is just to get them on your list. So we're just nitty gritty. Here's a link. Get on my list. here's your discount code. So if you would like help and you want to get fancy, I have my exact scripts that I use for my welcome series that you can have. Well, you can't have them, they are for sale at bit.ly/welcome scripts, and I'll put that link in the show notes too if you're really wanting to set up a nurture series for your subscribers after sign up and really set it up and get it going. But today the whole purpose is to just keep it simple, get people to join so that you can market to them later. And most people are going to need some sort of incentive like a discount or a freebie. So decide what makes most sense for your customers. If you sell digital downloads and adding a freebie is something that's going to incentivize customers to sign up more than a discount, then go for that. Just whatever is going to work best for your customers. And get that added to the list so that people will sign up and then you can market to them later. Now, where do you need to put the link? The answer? Everywhere. You want your customers to join the list. Customers who join your list are more likely to be repeat customers. They're also more likely to be repeat customers during the holiday season. So if they buy from you in August, they sign up, and then you market to them, say in November on Black Friday, they're going to be more likely to buy from you again when they think, oh yeah, I really liked her shop. So don't be stingy with this link. Include the link in your listing description, your shop announcement, your FAQs. You can have a question titled something to the effect of, do you have the FAQ say, do you have a coupon code? And the response could be, yes, I do. If you join my VIP club, you could have, you'll get an instant 15% off, and then include the link. Or it could say, can I receive a discount code on my first purchase, with the same response. You also want to put it in your social media profiles, your Pinterest descriptions, and just keep in mind that all of these lists, no matter how big they are, if somebody has 100,000 people on their list, they started at 0, and then you build from there. So please don't feel defeated by having a small list now, by starting with 0. It took me a while before I started making any money from my list, but with consistency, perseverance, and probably a lot of stubbornness, if you ask my husband, I know that every time I send out an email, I'm going to make sales. So don't skip today's assignment. It may not be today that it pays off. It may not be 3 months from now. It could be a year from now before it starts paying off, but it will pay off. So make sure that you follow through on today's assignment and set it up, because this is a long game that's going to pay off for you in the long run. So set up a list, post the link everywhere that a customer might see it. Now, if you have any questions, if you need to see the video, hop on over to the Facebook group. I am here to help. I want you to have the best fourth quarter ever. So please don't hesitate to ask me any questions. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you trusting me with your time and with trusting me to give you advice for your shop. I know that your business is like your little baby, and trusting me to give you advice means the world to me. So take the weekend off to catch up. If you need it, reach out to me if you have any questions, and I will be back on Monday with another strategy. Bye. For an in-depth training on how to tin up your competition and provide value for your customers, check out cupcakeinsider.com. It's 100% free and hosted by my friend Renee Christie. No strings attached.
The podcast you just heard was made using Anchor. Ever thought about making your own podcast? Anchor makes it really easy for anyone to get started. It's a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing podcasts. Best of all, it's 100% free. Sign up now at anchor.fm/new. That's anchor.fm/new to get started.